Here is some Qigong for digestion. So often the digestion process takes as much energy as we get from food. And with Qigong we can move the digestive system a little more efficiently and faster. So here's some simple techniques. There are 2 hand gestures that you need to know. The first is pushing the middle finger and ring finger forward, so they're slightly dominant or coming forwards like that on both sides. It might be a bit tricky to get at first, so that's one of the hand gestures that I'll mention. And the other is at the end, we just take the thumbs down the centre. So you can do that anyhow, but the thumbs are together and pointing to the centre of the body like so. So to start off, we very much use our hands. The hands in Qigong emit bioelectricity or Qi. They say 1,000 times more in a practiced Qigong practitioner than anyone else. So we use the hands to manipulate the energy of the food going through the digestive system. And so start to wiggle the fingers as a warm-up. And with this digestive Qigong, we don't need to think about it too much. So usually in Qigong we're quite focused on the breath or on images or on grounding. But with this particular form we can just look around, and even, I'm doing it while I'm talking to you. It's something to do with not overthinking, which can halt the digestive process. And I'm assuming that you've just eaten a meal, although I will come to what to do with the lower digestive system as well. We could also rub the hands together to warm them up a little bit. So if you've just eaten a meal, and can feel a fullness in the stomach area, then the way that we can feel that energetically is just to place the palms with open fingers in front of the stomach area, and you already might feel something happening. I'm feeling a little bit of reflux there. And then just tuning in and seeing how close you can get to the body without feeling a little bit of energetic resistance. So that might feel that the air feels a bit stickier between your fingers and the stomach. And there's no need to get this exactly right, so just feeling into that. So I can come to here and then I start to feel a little bit of resistance, and we'll call that the cloudy zone. So food in the stomach is prone to being damp. It's a damp condition, and it needs to be, but often there's excess damp. And so what we can do is clear that. We can start to stimulate the stomach a little bit more, so it clears the damp more easily. Damp is, if you imagine a pile of damp washing and how it can get a bit mouldy, the longer it stays like that before you've got air. So we're going to put some air in it, and what we do to do that is simply, here's the open fingers, and we can just do that. Yeah. So, okay, I'll come a bit closer to the screen. So when we're here, we close the fingers and then we open them. So we bring air. So this is what we're doing. We're doing it softly, and again we can look around into our environment. We can do it this way as well. Sometimes that's... We can walk around. And we do that in 3 hand positions, so that's one of them. And then we can do with the backs of the hands, and then again opening, to just spend some time getting used to that movement, and then again you can walk around. This whole routine takes about 10 minutes. So we go backs of hands with fingers together and then splayed hands as you go out. And probably a bit high there, so we want the stomach area. And then we can do it with prayer position, so taking the fingers together, the hands in front of the stomach and chest, so sort of esophagus area. And once again, we do this. Once you're used to it, you can do something else. And then just checking again the cloudy zone. So checking to see if that's moved at all, if you can get a bit closer. I can get a little bit closer. And again, you might hear sounds, you might feel things moving, you might get some acid reflux, etc. And you can do all that lower down as well. So if there are issues with the large intestine, then exactly the same things. I mean, obviously prayer position is a bit difficult, but the backs of the hands, and so. And you can start to feel, so this is a self-healing, self-diagnostic technique. So you can start to feel the cloudy areas and work accordingly. They get quite specific. But once again, once you've got the technique, once you know where you are, you can move around and do other things. Another thing again to clear damp. So if we take again the root of the middle and ring fingers, as I said before, and rub the root of the middle and ring fingers quite vigorously to build up heat. Do it this way, do it that way, just as if you're polishing something, polishing a gemstone. And likely you will feel the damp coming in between here. I can feel it already, a little bit of dampness, and when you get that, just clear it and start again. So this area relates to the abdomen, the root of those two fingers. And there may be at first, that if this is not a regular practice, there might be quite a lot of damp to clear, especially in the lower regions of the digestive system. And then that should, if you're doing this on a daily basis, it shouldn't take quite as long. And then finally we want the two thumbs, so the thumbs can be thought of as acupuncture points. If the hands are now full of qi, this is a potential directing tool, and to just direct it down the front of the body. So that you can see, I'm folding my hands over, it doesn't matter about the position of the rest of the hands, And there's just a descending movement of the thumbs and of chi. And then as you do that, you may become aware of something else. And so it's, it's you and your body working together, your mind, your body and chi working together. Thank you.